Hello everyone, it's Chang again. So I've made it to my 11th week of pregnancy. I wanted to give you guys an update, so please bear with me. So 11 weeks. So this week I feel great. No more sickness. I think in this whole week I was only sick twice, which is very, very good. Sick as in, I mean nauseated. I've never once thrown up or vomited once this pregnancy, but in the previous weeks I felt very, very nauseated. So this week was a great week. No nausea, nothing like that. But I still am very, very tired. Um, on the weekdays, I go to sleep fairly early, between 8 to 9 at night. And then on the weekends, like this weekend, so I sleep whenever I can. But besides that, it's great. I'm actually kind of concerned that, my morning sickness actually went away. But I'm keeping my fingers crossed that everything is well since we saw and heard our heartbeat last week or at my last appointment. So this week, I really wanted to focus on telling you guys the honest truth of how I really feel about this pregnancy. So first, I was actually very, very, very shocked that I was pregnant. And the reason behind that is because in December, that was my birthday month. And, I told you guys before, I like to have a good time. So the whole month of December, we did a lot of partying, drinking, and of course, it being a holiday month, we did a lot of eating, which is really very unhealthy. So I was actually very, very shocked that I felt pregnant. The dehydration, the bad diet, things like that. I'm actually kind of nervous too. But anyways, so if I calculated my due date, it gave me a day of conception between January 6th, 7th. So as I was thinking about my last pregnancies, I realized that all my pregnancies, I felt pregnant around the same time, between the months of November, December, January. And I wonder why. Is there a correlation? So I actually I went on Google and did a little research. And what I found was actually kind of funny. I wanted to share with you guys. So the highest birth rates is in the month of September. The most common birthday is actually September 16th. With that, a lot of people fall pregnant in the month of December. And the reason behind that is because December is the booziest month of all months, thus leading to more sex. That's funny. And then in winter, the male sperm is the spunkiest or the healthiest. So if I knew that, I would have prepared myself before winter came. But anyways, yes, so it's actually kind of funny. I just thought I'd share. Another thing that I'm feeling is I'm actually feeling very, very nervous. If you guys know Alex, my firstborn, who's 8 years old right now, he has developmental delays. I believe him to be on the autism spectrum. I never really got a diagnosis for him, but he is diagnosed through the school system. He is receiving services. So, when he was 3 years old, I started noticing a huge difference between him and his sister, who is 2. Angelina was talking, conversating, making sense. Whereas Alex, his vocabulary is great. He'll know words to everything. He'll know what everything is, but he wouldn't be able to connect the words. If I show him a ball, I'll ask him, what is this? He'll say a ball. But I say, what do you do with it? And he wouldn't know how to explain. He never really had great eye contact. Whenever he get nervous or scared or any kind of feelings like that, he would flap his arms, jump, bounce. He'd never really stay in one spot. He'd always rock or pace. So, then I started feeling that something was off. So we got him evaluated through the school system, and he started early intervention right away at 3 years old. He got speech therapy, occupational. So since then, he's grown a lot. He's gotten a lot better. He's actually in a mainstream classroom. He graduated from speech, so right now he's only getting occupational therapy. But the social service coordinator for the school actually pulls him out of class a couple times a week to help him with his social skills. Overall, he's doing better, but he still has his quirks. He still flaps his hands. He still talks to his hands sometimes, talks to himself, laughs to himself. So I'm just nervous. I just want him to have the best life possible. And so that's how I feel. I'm actually kind of nervous. They said that it's higher rate for autism if you have a boy. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. This time around, I'm being more cautious with everything. So autism is actually a spectrum of conditions characterized by challenges with social skills, repetitive behavior, and speech. They believe that it's related to genetic and environmental. So I'm doing what I can do to obviously, try to have the most healthiest pregnancy possible. I don't know what I'm having. I can't really control anything, and I'll be happy with what I have. But I am nervous that I am going to have another child, possibly on the spectrum. So there's nothing really like that I can do. I'm just going to stay positive, and whatever comes my way, I'm just going to take. And I also wanted to talk about what I feel like I'm having right now. I do feel like I'm having a girl. And of course, I've Googled a lot of things online, all these things, quizzes that you can do. So everything is pointing towards me having a girl. So they said that if the baby's heart rate is over 140, that you're having a girl. And when we listened to my baby's heartbeat a couple weeks ago, it was actually 174. So another point for being a girl. They said if you crave sweets, anything like that, you're having a girl. And this whole pregnancy so far, all I crave are sweets. Ice cream, candy, chocolate, you name it. They said that if you're craving salt or sour, you're having a boy. Next, they said that if you're breaking out, that you're having a girl. Me, I never break out. Rarely do I do. Probably once or twice a year. But this pregnancy, I'm breaking out behind my back. Occasionally I'll have, breakout on my face, which is very, very unusual for me. So another point towards a girl there. And then they also said that if you have morning sickness, you are having a girl. So of course, my first few weeks of pregnancy, I was fairly sick. So another point for a girl there. And they also said that if you take your wedding ring and you string it over and you put it in a string over your belly, and if it rocks back and forth, it's a girl. And if it goes in a circle, it's a boy. So when I tried it actually rocks back and forth, which is kind of funny. So everything is pointing towards me having a girl. How I would feel about having another girl? Girls are a lot more needy, more they need a lot more attention from us. With Angelina, she's always by my side, always asking questions, very, very emotional. Just now, recently, she's been showing a lot of sass. So I'd be happy with another girl. I know she'd love having a little sister. So we'll see. There's a couple weeks left before I find out if I'm having a boy or a girl. I do find out at my 20th week ultrasound. So far everything's going good. I'm not sick anymore. I'm so tired. But yeah, this week is good. I'm looking forward to the next week, and it's actually the last week of my first trimester. So I'm actually looking forward to that. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do if you want to follow me in my journey.